Kendo is one of Japanese martial arts which children and elderly people can gather and play in one room. Mr. Nakamura began at the age of 37 and continues to be a Kendo at the age of 75. He has Kendo 7 Dan and EI 4 Dan. There is the Book of Five Rings written by Mr. Musashi Miyamoto, who appeared in 1600, is very famous book translated as a business book in USA. There were many other books while he continued Kendo. So, in this series, I would like to introduce some of contents from doing Kendo by him. These will be very useful for you to do your Kaizen practices, I think. Kendo is an example of activities centered on Bushido. The purpose of All Japan Kendo Federation states that Kendo is the way of human formation through training of sword law. Japanese martial arts is not just improvement of skill. In addition, as I showed in the figure, there are many contents in Kendo that people can't see in many sports because of Japanese culture. Except for sports measures similar to Kendo, there are 3 types of regular Kendo. Among them, many people are applying Jakudo Kendo. Kendo people, including foreigners, are practicing with emphasis on the contents summarized in this figure. As example, in 1800 Edo period, Mr. Toranosuke Shimada said if the heart is right, the sword management is same. This is a very important thinking, if a samurai uses Japanese swords. About 1600 Mr. Miyamoto Musashi wanted to get a famous star position on Kendo to get a job place. To attain his purpose, he made a strategy to win the most famous person. His target was Mr. Sekishasai Yagyu at that time. He was the founder of the Yagyu clan who contributed greatly to the persistence of the Tokugawa shogunate by using the thought of the management side of Kendo later. I summarized the progress of Musashi's visit to Yagyu in the figure, so please have a look this. At this time, he was waiting long time at a waiting room and saw a flower potted in a vase coincidentally. At the same time he took out it from the vase, looked at the cutting status of the flower branch, and soon he understood the sword skill of Mr. Shishasai. So, he decided to go back from here without fighting to him soon. In Kendo this content is called inside of sheath, which means acts to detect victory or defeat before fighting. A person with a high skill means that the opponent leaves without fighting without knowing the skill of that person, even if not seeing the explanation or actual activity of the opponent. This method is widely being used for strategy decision-makings at Japanese companies. For example, even if a company does not spy on the situation of a rival company, it will detect the technology content and develop even higher technology. Or, it is a measure to proceed with high technology commercialization by another method. Unfortunately, among those who are doing Kendo, when they receive some excellent honor or skill improvement, they satisfied with the event and are stopping their efforts more. For this reason their skills are dramatically declined. But they are thinking we are great. In such a point there is a caution note that do not become a tengu. The contents that Kendo warns are as shown in the figure. Sometimes, similar events happen to companies as well. Successful experiences are an example of preventing further development. There is a tension in Japan okame hachimoku. It means a phenomenon that a people fighting in Go and Shogi like chess can't consider 8 steps future, but others who are looking the game can be known them easily. Kendo is the highest authority in 8 steps. Therefore, okame 8 dan was used in the same meaning. People who is playing Kendo can't see his or her own action during Kendo actions. However, if others who are trained see it from outside of a person, it is easy to understand its level and good or bad. Sometimes, corporate activities have events similar to these phenomenons. For this reason, excellent corporations are focusing on the objective evaluation rather than the subjective evaluation. There are many other useful things for improving a company in Kendo culture. If I will have a chance to open to you, I would like to introduce others more.